How are you guys doing? My name is Barry. I'm the online writing trainer here at DWC. And I teach anything that you need to know about online writing. It doesn't matter if it's SEO, it doesn't matter if it's ghostwriting. I'm only limited to the questions that you have actually. So thanks for welcoming Manzera Skiafiti Jumani welcome. So that's so great. I really wanted to introduce you guys to online writing through this first bootcamp so that we create a good idea about what it is, what we need to do, and where the future is going to be probably. So if you have any question, be sure to ask it. I have Mercy here with me. If she sees any questions, she'll ask it. And without further ado, msiseme naongea kizungu sana, pia ikiwa mingi sana. Ni venye wanasema kizungu si lugha chetu, lakini mimi ninaingia. I find myself using it a lot. And without further ado, answer. I'm going to start you out at our online writing bootcamp. Again, my name is Barry Kimani, and I work with BWC as the online writing trainer. And for the guests that are here today, thank you for coming. I'm very grateful. So let's start it out. So let me introduce you to online writing. You see, mtu akisema online writing anakuwa akiongelea nini? Because kuna venye nilikuja kurealize kuna venye watu hujikosoanisha sana na freelance writing na online writing. Do they kind of think that it's different, like ni kitu mpya, ni kitu hazipatani, when in all actuality it's pretty much the same thing. Ni venye when you say you're freelance writing, of course, hakuna mtu amekuandika, you go out there, you get your clients, you get your money. But then right here at BWC, tunaitaga online writing because we focus on the main two writing areas. And that's basically the academic writing and the article writing. Na usijali nakupeleka step by step, pole tu kama mtoto ananyonyeshwa. Lazima tuende step by step so that you come to understand what academic writing is, what article writing is all about, and how you get to do it. Avenue iko wapi penye utaenda upate do. Avenue iko wapi penye unafaa kuteremka nayo if at all you really need to make some good money out of it, you know. And here to debunk any myths that people have about online writing outside there. And we'll show you why here at BWC we still stick to online writing, not to give up. Ever since 2014 we've been doing it. Before that what you need is gonna happen. I was lucky enough to get a director who taught me everything that I know about online writing and then expounded on it. Nikakuja nikalan kila kitu niko nataka. Look at me, here I am. Tap guys, msisahau tap as I go through this, and if you still have any questions, be sure to ask. I'm here to answer. Leo mmetisha sana, so leo niko hapa hivi because you guys requested for this. I see that you guys are interested in this, and that's why I'm here. So as I introduce you to online writing, online writing is all about basically writing. If you ever feel like you're drawn to writing, if you ever feel like the one place that unakuwa so sure is when you're putting your pen on paper, then basically online writing imekuita tangu utotoni. And the whole idea, of course, like any freelance, is about getting the money, isn't it? So kuna very different fields about online writing in which you can look. Hapa hivi nimekuintroduce maneno na blog post, wale ma bloggers, watu wenye wanaandikia Tuko News, watu wenye wanaandikia Times, watu wenye wanaandikia Forex. That's journalism, but at the same time blogging. Articles, trust me, kuna tofauti ya research articles na zile articles zenye tu bado nimetaja hapo before. So don't confuse between the two. And then kuna social media post. Hapo unaweza kashindwa aje. Like, can you really make money out of social media post? You actually can, mzee, usicheze na copywriting. Every company that exists on social media needs you. If you know that you are a copywriter, if you know that unakuwa with that mentality ya kupush kitu vizuri, like you can just twist it so that kila mtu atasoma na atafurahia na atakuwa amevutiwa. That is your social media posts come in. And then we have the website content, which that enters a bit into SEO and stuff, because there's a way that is supposed to write. Kuna venye ukiweka maandishi yako pale, venye umesema pale, kuna venye pia inafaa kupangwa na kila kitu. So website content, email newsletters, niko sure si wote wenye tuko na email hapo hivi. Unakujaga unapata akina Alibaba wamekutumia emails, newsletters basically. That's basically what email newsletters does. online documentation, wale watu wa kuandika zinaitagwaje manuals. Online documentation, this is a bit formal, not a lot of it going around. And then we have creative writing, what's your poem, what's your novels, what's your short stories. Stasis lakini, msiandike vitu mbaya. Be creative in how you write, of course. So yeah, as I've said, normally here we focus on two main subjects, which is academic writing and article writing. So if you have any questions about that, kuna mtu niliona ameuliza about Chicago, ndakutafuta nikujibu vizuri. If you have any questions about that, I'll answer them. And with that, let's start. Let's start on what I had prepared for you today. Nimewambia nawapeleka step by step. So tunaanza na academic writing, and then we step into article writing, and then to get to diversify kidogo, like we get to understand. Ukisema unafaa kuandika ni unapata do. Inaendagaje, si ndio? So in the shortest way naweza kukuelezea, in the simplest way naweza kukuambia vizuri. When we talk about academic writing, niko sure si wote tumesikia about academic writing for the longest. It was like the biggest writing in Kenya for a while. Because academic writing ni kitu yenye exist, ni kitu kitakuwa. It's so good because utamu academic writing ni jobs ziko. Job hazijaikosa. The only bad thing ni ati seasons ziko. So kuna time yenye utapata, kuna time utakosa. Kuna time yenye job itakufurika na kuna time yenye utapako uko tu bado hauko sure. So tukisema about academic writing, it's all about writing for students. What you do is, as a writer, you produce the academic materials for students. This can be PhD students, this can be master's students, this can be maybe a high school or a college student, where they get to approach you, or you approach them, and then they give you the instructions, you follow the instructions, write your things, and then give it out to them. So, as you'd expect, you get paid per page, okay? And the amount that unakuja kupata from that per page, itavari. Si ati ni kitu yenye kushua. Ina depend, kitu ya kwanza very important, the avenue yenye unatumia. Unatumia direct client, unatumia account. Umeandikwa, juu hizo ndo zile main sana, but if you are writer and creative enough, you come to understand that you don't need to rely on such avenues. Kuna a better way to go. Yeah, itakupost kidogo in the sense that itahitaji umejipush kidogo, but trust me, you will like the results. Utasurpass hizo ideas zenye watu wako nazo about academic writing. So again, let's say inakujaga na seasons, in which seasons inakoga tatu. Kuna koga na season ya December, kuna koga na ya March na April, alafu kuna koga na akamid seasons tu kidogo hivi ka August. Hizo ndo seasons, tuseme zile seasons kubwa sana inakoga niyo ya April, ya March, April, na nyingine inakoga hiyo ya November, December, because hiyo ndo time yenye wase wako job, wako chuo. Wase wamelemewa na assignments, and then you have the expertise, you have the skills, and if you don't, again, come back to DWC, tutakufurahisha sana. So, ini tipenyenuwa ndio kila writer. So, given that kuna seasons you fluctuate, always push yourself during high seasons, so that hata no season ikikuja vibaya aje, you still have some share in you, okay? Because trust me, you can really make a lot of money during the high season. So basically, when you're talking about academic writing, it's about you producing academic materials. This can be research papers, this can be annotated bibliographies, it can be something as simple as an essay, and it can be something as complex as a thesis or a dissertation. So, isn't it very different avenues for you to partake in when you're doing academic writing? Always know your field, by the way, always know your field. On the other hand, we have article writing. Na kwa article writing, hapo hosi place yenye inaweza kukwambia ati you're just writing an article. No, this is much bigger. This is much different. Kwa introduction nakumbuka nikikwambia kuhusu blog post. That's an article. Tukisema articles, again that website content, article writing. When you are talking about the content yenye inafaa kwa website, inafaa kwa social media, copywriting basically, it's all article writing. You're only limited to how creative you are, how passionate and inspired you are to do your writing, and how good you are at connecting with people say here. So, When we're talking about article writing, it's a bit diverse, it's a bit broad. So it features the likes of blogging. I think we all have read blogs at some point in our lives. SEO and copywriting, which is something that we feature in our course, and ghostwriting, where you're a creative writer and kuna mtu mwenye maybe ni mtu mwenye amejisimamia, ni mtu mwenye anajulikana sana, anataka kumwandikia kitu. You know the way that people wanasema that musicians wako na ghostwriters, pretty much the same thing. You see? So when it comes to article writing, it's a bit broad, it's a bit diverse. And if I get to see between the two, between article writing and actually I'll compare them for you. I'll compare them for you. Right here, I really wanted you guys to see this picture. Because as long as you are right, I think that these are steps that you need to take. Because if you're going to write, if you really want to express yourself as you should, pia ndakuja kuishikia place yenye ndakuja kuongea about the inverted pyramid. There are usually 6 steps to your writing. Sita peke yake si mingi. Hizo sita. You research, you write the introduction, you develop the paragraph subheadings, build on the body and paragraph, make smooth transitions, and write the conclusion. If atona kupoteza, give me a minute. Ndakuja nikueleze vizuri when we're talking about the inverted pyramid. So, say I think when I get academic writing is all about the academic material. Article writing is any online material that exists on the internet. So inaweza kuwa something as simple as a caption for social media to something as complex as a well-researched article on the internet. Okay? As long as it's not academic related, hiyo tu ndio tofauti. So if you're going to compare the two, and I'd be expecting a lot of questions from you guys from this point. What's the difference between academic and article writing? If you'd really like to know anything about the two, staki kukupoteza. Staki ni kuacha ukihama. Please ask that question. Ask that question that you need. The difference between article writing, academic writing, of course, kama nimesema, when it comes to academic writing, it's all about the academic materials. When it comes to article writing, the only limit is you and what you are interested in writing and putting on the internet. So it's all about any writing job. That can be something as simple as mtu anataka kumwandikia biography yake na kumweke kwa website. Article writing. Okay? And another difference between the two is that academic writing iko na rules zake. Okay? Both academic and article iko na rules zake, but the biggest difference ni when it comes to academic writing, I think umesikia story na references, umesikia story na citations, APA, like another person alikuwa amecomment hapo maneno na Chicago, Harvard, and the rest. Academic writing requires all those. Hizo ni maneno na in-text citation, maneno na references, maneno na venye cover page inafaa kuwa, how the page number is supposed to look. You know, it's a whole bunch of rules and you cannot divert. Literally ukisha break a single rule, student ashaanza ku lose mark, and that is you losing your money. But then when it comes to article writing, it's not necessarily about the in-text citation, because remember, any material yenye unakuja kuandika kujiweka kwa social media, si ndio? So if you are thinking that it requires in-text citations and references, hapo unakosea, because what you actually require ni vitu kama hyperlinks. You know, when I say hyperlinks, that text and you make a link behind it, okay, click on that particular text in a Kuroshama on a very specific website. So that's article writing, okay? There's a difference here for audience. And that's big when it comes to maneno na copywriting, maneno na SEO, maneno na blogging. It comes to a whole different perspective, because it's about what you present and how you present. It's about how you talk and what you say. It's not about the words you say, it's how you say it. I like telling my students that because tonality gives a lot of things. No. In academic writing, you have a very specific set of audience. It's either the student, the lecturer, somebody in need of like kujua scientifically what is proven and what is not. Unaona? Wale mtu mwenye amekuja kusoma huyu anataka the scientifically proven information. So huyu ni mtu mwenye atatake time kuelewa kenye unasema, kwa nini unasema na what the findings are. But then when you come to hapa hivi kwa blogging, hapa hivi kwa article writing, hapa hivi kwa captioning kwa social media, ni tofauti. Unaona? When unakuja kujipresent kwa mtu mwenye anataka kujua the best beauty products in the market right now, see the same way that nitakuja ku present information maybe a lawyer needs to read or a medical profession. You know, I talk different because ni kama wewe na marafiki zako, the way that you talk with one is not the way that you talk to the other, you get. So the audience when it comes to article writing is a bit diverse, which I always encourage you. Understand the field that you're writing in, understand the limitations of your creativity, work on that. How to work on that, very important. Thank you. And then know your audience. Always know your audience before approaching to join in and expect. And then the last difference, the about payment, because when it comes to article writing, you're paid by the number of words you write. Any page inaweza range between 0.5 cents, of course, see za Kenya, 0.5 cents to something as high as 2 or 3 shillings per hour. When it comes to academic writing, that's different. You are supposed, for academic writing it works. Of course, you are paid by the number of pages. Okay? So you are paid by pages. And every single page that you write, it is 275 words. No maana unakuja kupataga a lot of employers when you exist, if they are going to pay you per page, of course, ndio Kenya watakulipa nayo mostly. But if you have a good employer mwenye ako ready kukulipa, inaweza kenda up to 350 or 400 shillings per page. So imagine, hebu piga hesabu, si ndio? Ujipate uko high season. Tufikirie tu, tuseme kweli. Ujipate uko high season. Na wewe tuseme hata wewe ni beginner, si ndio? Don't over exact yourself. A person like mimi naweza kaandika up to 20 pages a day. Nishazoea experience ya 6 years in Java. But you are a beginner, si ndio? Andika hata tuseme 4 pages. That is in a very single day, in just one day, si ndio? If you're going to write 4 pages, na hata tupatiane the best payment yenye uko nayo ni 275. That means that the least yenye unapata per day ni 1100. Sasa hebu upige hesabu kifatolo unapata mtu anakulipa 400. That is 1600 shillings. And you are a beginner. Probably wewe ni comrade. Comrade si inakutosha pesa ya mwezi kusema kweli. Yeah? So unaona, it's good and that's per day. And then you can do it for maybe like tuseme hata tuko high season, so kama ni high season, of course hii ni kitu unafaa kupata. Na for every single day alafu unajipatia for example Sunday off. So una multiply by 6. Hiyo kitu kama ngapi? 9600 per week. Okay? Hiyo ni hesabu ya academic writing. If I go do article writing, if I'm going to do article writing, let me show you. Let me demonstrate it for you so that you don't get confused. For article writing, you are paid per the number of words. Senior. And for a lot of people, kitu ya kwanza come to understand this, for you writing an article is much easier than a person writing an academic paper because you don't need to provide in-text citations. You talk what you have found from your research. Sindio? Again, how to say, the first step of every writing, of course, ni research. Naona? Alafu unapata mtu, for example, anakupatia kazi ya 500 words. So, trust me, hata kama ni beginner, If 500 words niko sure ukienda sana 1 hour ushamalizana nayo. Si ndio? Pata hata mbili. Alafu unalipwa na bob. Of course unalipwa na bob. Hata ukipata mbili per day, unakaa chini unafanywa 2 hours of good work, uko na thao, unatafuta mabeshti, unaendea pizza na siku inaendelea. And trust me, the only limitation when it comes to writing is how fast you are at writing, how good you are at providing quality materials, and how good you are at making sure that you follow the instructions and umepatiwa. So, tukiweza kama kufanya hizi hesabu zote, utashtuka how much you can really make. Unaweza kashtuka how much you can really make out of all this. But when it comes to article writing, ni waambia wase, usijifunge akili, usijinyime kufikiria. Outside up hivi, especially in Kenya, kuna a lot of opportunities when it comes to article writing. If uko ready kujituma, if uko ready kunetwork, if uko ready kusimama mbele ya boardroom kupatia na presentation kuambia I can do this and this and this for you. Nipatieni 100k for 2 months probably, ama 1 month, based on the contract that you guys are going to sign. But kuja BWC nionyeshe hii maneno, you'll be surprised at the kind of opportunities that exist outside here. Okay? So when it comes to writing, guys, kuna kitu we call the writing pyramid. Okay? There's something we call the writing pyramid. I hope unaweza kuona this image. Basically, this a lot of information that I'll explain to you step by step, slow by slow. Ukitoka hapa hivi, by the way, it's either unakuja BWC, but even if you are continuing writer, if uko na any question, I just need to make sure that kuna value yenye nimekupatia, kuna venye umesaidika by this, like, so that the next time that we say that we have a boot camp, you better be here. So kuna kenye we call the writing pyramid. Okay? Na haijalishi kama unafanya academic writing, haijalishi kama unafanya article writing. If you want quality, if you want to flow, kitu yenye ko continuous, penye a reader na kusoma kutoka mwanzo hadi mwisho, anaelewa kenye unasema na point yenye unapeleka na hata boeka akisoma. Please follow the writing pyramid. Again, it doesn't matter if it's article writing, it doesn't matter if it's academic. Follow this one. Okay? At the top of the pyramid, we have the most noteworthy information. This is what we call the leads. So, ino kitu yenye the reader is there all about. This is what the topic is all about when you are writing. Ino kenye information unataka kupatiana. If I go to, for example, on Google, I ask Google a question, I expect an answer. Sindio? It can be scientific material, it can be maybe from a blog, it can be a website article. Doesn't matter me, I just need my information straight right and there. That's the first thing that you're supposed to provide. And what does that say? You need to tell if it's a who, or a what, or a when, a where, or a why and how, according to the question that you get to answer, if you can, every aspect of that. Again, you either answer who, what, when, where, why, and how. Because you know the information in the reader will. Okay? That's the first thing that you should do whenever you're writing. So, ile time when unafanya your research, you're given a topic, kama umepatiwa instructions, mtu amekuja akakwambia, like for example, nataka kujua how something like online writing works. Okay? If somebody ameuliza hapo hivyo, ameniuliza how. Sindio? I want to know how online writing works. That's the first piece of information that I provide. So, that's the first step in that get could draw in that person. If I effectively answer the how, while teasing the important details, the next part, if ndakwambia unaweza ka earn from a client, unaweza kajiuliza again how, like anaje kutoka kwa client, you get. So I'll give you all the important details, which is the second part of the pyramid. Whenever you're writing, don't forget, give the most noteworthy information, that information when you read anataka. Ukishamaliza hapo hivyo, now explain yourself. Now tell that client kwa nini that information imekuja hivyo. No, so that you don't leave them in a limbo. You get to express yourself, you get to provide the information, and you get to answer whatever the reader asks. Again, this is more about relevancy. This is more about ensuring that the instructions umepatiwa una meet exactly venye inafaa kupatikana, unaona? And then right after that, hapo ndo penye unapatiana the general information. So if I was going to write a paragraph, I'll provide the first sentence, explain what I'm going to talk about, and then I'll get to explain kwa nini either nafikiria about that, ama that's my reasoning ability, and then I'll provide any other general information that points to the fact that these important details and this networking information ziko exactly, this is the reason as to why I think they're like that. This pyramid really matters when it comes to writing. It doesn't matter again if it's article, doesn't matter if it's academic, doesn't matter if you're writing a blog, it doesn't matter if you're writing a paragraph or two or a caption. It's all about the information, then the explanation, then more details. Make it? You provide the information, the explanation, and then any other details that adds on that information. If unataka kupatiana quality nzuri ya writing, please, nimekupatia tip moja safi sana. Follow this one. Utafurahia. Again, see, online writing is all about fulfilling whatever the client needs. Unaget? Nikisema nataka kitu iandikwe hivi na hivi na hivi, expect that when it's delivered, it meets all the conditions without issue. Okay, you need to make sure that when you're writing, sentence yenye unaniambia kweli na make sense. Kweli nakuja venye unataka itokee. All this is all about quality and relevance, and don't mind. The next bootcamp, if you come and enroll also at PwC, I'll teach you all these things plus more, okay? So, I wrote a story right here, and yet the writing pyramid. So, bear with me kidogo. So, Liam barely escaped the burning building, stumbling into the smoky night just moments before the roof caved in. Set the plot. So, by that sentence, hiyo tu ya kwanza, you understand that kuna msee anaitwa Liam, sawa, na kuna kitu anahepa. Of course, burning building, so you know it's a fire, okay? The fire had consumed the third floor, leaving him with no choice but to leap from the window to save his life. No. With those two sentences, you set a very good plot where you already understand what's going on. Now, I know you are thinking, hii moto ilianza aje? Mbona alikuwa anakimbia? Tushatoka from the noteworthy information. So, now we are going to the important details, where I give you the larger context of what was happening, okay? He had been inside the building, finishing his night shift as a security guard, when he first smelled the smoke, okay? At first he thought it was coming from the alley outside, but as the alarms blared and the heat intensified, he realized the fire was rapidly spreading. His phone was out of battery, so he could not call for help. Desperate, he smashed the window and jumped, barely making it to safety. So, tuko na kijana hapa hivi mwenye set the scene by yeye mwenyewe akianza kukimbia kutoka kwa moto, si ndio? Mbona ili happen? Hata yeye mwenyewe ajui penye moto ilitoka. Si ndio? Alishtukia tu kuna joto, kuna smoke na alarm zinalia. We provide more context on that situation. The fire had started in the kitchen of a nearby restaurant and quickly spread to the adjacent office building where Liam worked. Firefighters arrived within minutes, but the damage was already extensive. No one else had been inside the building, and authorities suspect a gas leak might be the blame. The building had been in disrepair for years, and employees had filed several complaints about the fire hazard. If you really wanted to know about Liam, by the second paragraph up AV, I've provided you with enough context about who Liam is, where he worked, what happened, ndo akaanza kujipata nje, si ndio? This is just additional information. No. things that happen after Neil Mashahepa. Like, sasa explain, sasa hiyo fire tena ilitoka wapi. But you already have the context from hapo. That's how the writing pyramid works. Okay? You start with the most noteworthy information, you go to the important details, and lastly you finish with other information, the etc. Okay? Masi, kuna watu wanauliza swali hapo? Kuna maswali hapo? Hebu niulize nisikie.
Kuna mtu hapa anajiita invisible, sijui kama onekani. Anauliza website legit za online writing ni gani hizo?
Website legit za online writing. Sijui kama wataka niseme hapo. But let me tell you, when it comes to your writing accounts, there's always a cost attached to it. Always. Sawa.
You list here like 5 of them.
What?
You can list like 5 of them.
Like 5 of them. Kuna zile zenye mi recommend, but they come at a cost, of course. Kuna Edison, that's the one that I currently use. Very good, very legit. Acha niwaandikie hapo hivi, msisahau. Kuna kwanza kuna Edison. This one has been existing for the longest time. And it's an academic writing website. Kuna yenye nitagwa Royal. Nilijua nimespell hapo. Yeah, kuna yenye nitagwa Text Royal. Okay? This one is an article writing account. Very good, very nice, and napendaga because they usually match the number of clients that they have na the number of writers that they have. So, wako kosa job hapo hivyo ni ngumu kidogo. Another one, of course, kuna Writers Lab. A very good website pia that has been in existence for long. Kuna yenye nitaga study what? I'm actually thinking of zile zenye najua ukikuja kupata haita kudisappoint.
Study pool.
Study pool, that was the one I was searching for. Study pool. Pia venye director amesema Uvocop, it's also another one, but this one I can't really say much about it because I've never really used it, but hizi zote niko na experience nayo. Edison, Text Royal, Article, Writers Lab, academic, Study Pool, Uvocop, academic. So yeah, kuna hizi.
Alisikia hapa kuna 5 of them.
Oh, by the way, kuna pia Upwork, of course. And then kuna Fiverr. Na hizi ziko tofauti na the rest because you can have your own account right there, of course. You don't need to buy an account. And when mwenye unaamka unajipichia for clients and then you're good. So there we go. Umeniitisha 5, umekupatia 7. Edison, Text Royal, Writers Lab, Study Pool, Uvocop, Upwork, Fiverr. Must I hope you nimemjibu vizuri?
I believe so. Umempea the extra points. Kuna mwingine hapa anasema I've been doing academic writing for the last 1 year, but sijui what I can do to acquire an account.
To acquire an account?
Yes.
Kitu ya kwanza, be wise. Have wisdom. If you're going to get an account, always have mwenye amenunua an account before. And that's if unanunua. If you want to create your own account, do your research, very important, and identify the websites that you see ziko within Kenya, zinalipa fiti, ziko na job. Know when they are hiring, okay? And when you know when they are hiring, now you can go create your own profile hapo hivyo, do the test, and also kuna wale wase wanakusaidia kufanya hiyo test if utafika bei, of course. No. So yeah, when it comes to you getting an account, you really need to do your own research, very important. Don't just ask around and then zile jibu zenye unapatiwa unaenda nazo. Usianguke nayo hivyo, si rahisi hivyo. Do your own research, get the information that you need, weigh in the options that you have, and then when you make a choice, understand the best way possible ya kupata the accounts. Yeah, hiyo inakuwaga hivyo. So there we go. Kuna mtu mwenye alikuwa anauliza about accounts na kitu fulani ni the next point that I'm going to talk about, so about getting your clients, okay? Now for you to get your clients, wale watu wengi wenye wamekuwa wakifanya writing mostly as huyu ameuliza imekuwa gani about you getting a writing account. Sawa, naweza kako maybe an academic writing account, kuna article writing account. You get to choose which one works best for you. But I'll tell you right now, getting an article account is a bit more trickier than an academic account. That's one way of getting a client, because once you get that account, once umeshapata hiyo account, ni kama umepatiwa a platform where you get to interact with people who will require your own services, okay? Ukishapata your account, basically, you can either put that account is either a bid account or a take account or a combination of both. So what do we mean nikisema ni a bid account ama ni a take account? A bid account requires you that you bid for work. So what a post job, and then all writers can see. So from all those writers ukipitia instructions uone hii inaweza kapita na hii ni kitu inaweza kadeliver vibaya sana. Once you know that unaweza kufanya kitu kama hiyo, of course, you bid for work. And then it's either the client will choose if you are going to be the writer, you'll be assigned the order as per the company itself when you wanataka. So that's a bid account. When it comes to a take account, that one is much more simpler. You don't need to bid. Wewe ukiona kazi imepostiwa, you take it. Simple tu. Rahisi tu. That's when you have a writing account. And kuna kwa pia na option nyingine ya tatu, of course, where if umewakia client vizuri na amefurahia na kazi yako, hiyo client akikuja kulogin tena, if at all kuna job nyingine tena, akikuja kupatiana hiyo job, akishalipia hiyo job, okay, nikisema kulipia of course ni pesa amepatia, kampuni imeshikilia, akishalipia hivi, yana sema Mr. Mtu mwingine aliandikie. Kuna comment fulani hapo hivi aliniandikia vizuri sana nikafurahia. So kuna mwenye anataka nifanye hii kazi. That's the third way of you getting a job. Na ndio maana tunasemaga always deliver high quality work. If you deliver high quality work, your clients, wale wa kwanza wenye ulianza nao, wanakuja kwako, wanakupatia job, wanakupatia referrals from other friends and stuff like that. It's always good business whenever you can deliver, okay? The other option, of course, inakuwa ni getting unemployed, because that's the other option when a lot of people have used for the longest. Now, I don't have an account, but I have the skills, I have the knowledge, I have the expertise ya kufanya either academic writing ama article writing. But kuna mtu mwingine akona writing account, okay? Now, if akona writing account, na probably akona bidding account. Unajua bidding lazima ucheze na masaa ya mayolo. Hiyo si kitu yenye tutafanya ati asubuhi ama nini. Ndio maana most of the writers unapataga usiku wako kazi, mchana wamelalala. Unaona, because watacheza na masaa ya US, watacheza na masaa ya UK, watacheza na masaa ya Canada. You get? Now if they're going to do that, if I'm going to sit down and bid for a whole night, then that means that by morning nimeshachoka, niko na usingizi. Hata mimi nitakupumzika. So instead of me kufanya hiyo kazi, natafuta a writer where I'll serve as an employer. And when I serve as an employer, of course, nakuja niseme, per page nakuja kukulipa this amount ama per words nitakuja kulipa this amount. Bado nikikwambia hivyo, be sure that kuna ile extra yenye hata mimi nitakuwa nikipata, because these accounts they usually pay anything between $4 to $7 per page. No. So hata nikikulipa 300, niko na kama 400 kuvia yangu tu. So basically that's when you get an employer. Okay? The other way ni kuna kuga na getting direct clients. Na hapa hivi take care. Wasema kuvinja ni makono. So chungu sipigwe ngoto yako vizuri karudi nyumbani. So leo tumekuja Nairobi kutafuta. So Kitu ya kwanza, if you find msee anauza direct client, warife please run. Tafadhali kimbia, because if mbona niuze a direct client kwanza, if I can do the work. Nugget. If hata fadhali kwa kuna mtu probably najua kama director hapa kiniambia niko na direct client, wewe ndio utafanya nini? Wewe fanya hii, mimi nitafanya hii. Iko kwa ni kama like a partnership, it's like we are working together. Nugget. That's much more better than kuniambia that kuna mtu mwenye anataka kupatiwa pesa hapa na hataki pesa yote. Wewe nipatie tu 300, 800 and then I'll give you the contact for that client. Hey, kuna Nairobi again. If you're going to get direct clients, wewe jitafutie mwenyewe. Ingia hiyo TikTok, ingia hiyo Twitter, na kwambia ingia hiyo IG, ingia hiyo WhatsApp, tafuta hizo groups. Ingia pia Facebook, like ujitafutie. Don't go for the people that are selling the direct clients. Jitafutie hiyo client, mwambie me, this is what I do, this is what I've done, and this is what I can do for you. Nipatie tu job. And then sasa mkifika hapo mkielewana, mtasikizana price itakuwa sawa. If you're going to get direct clients, please do it on your own. Don't buy. And that means sasa ndio hiyo story ya social media sourcing inaingilia. Brand yourself as a writer. Put yourself out there. Let people know what you can do. Let people know the experience, the knowledge, the expertise you have. Yake hapo social media. Kuna mtu mwenye probably siku moja atapita hivi kwa college. Mtu anaweza kanifanyia kitu. And that's how you get your source to a direct client. When it comes to you getting your clients, especially on the side, me, out of all these methods, I'm actually trying a new one, but yeah. If you come to BWC Connecting, very important to our show, it's all about the clients, it's all about writing, it's all about article writing, it's all about academic writing, but after the kind of information that you get from here. So, out of all these options, which one is the best? Well, it depends on you. Okay? I won't say that writing account works for you better, because I don't know if you're okay with bidding and writing for yourself. Am I okay with bidding and giving somebody else to write? Getting direct clients depends on how good you are at networking and connecting. Same way to social media sourcing. Getting an employer depends on the number of people that have their own accounts, so you'll have to rely on them. Depends. Again, it's all about preferences. It's all about what you feel works for you, okay? And that's how we move to what you need to know about writing. Okay? What do you actually need to know about writing? From the start, I'll be saying there will be a lot of what you need to know about writing. From what academic writing is, to what article writing is, to some of the scams that you may encounter, some of the places that you can get clients. And saying that you can be, as a writer, always know what you're going, like understand yourself. It was also very important, thank you. Always understand your capability, understand your skills, understand what you're interested in writing about. Okay? Kuna msemo mwenye ako interested in writing about formal things like kuandika manuals. Sindio? Kuna mtu mwenye ako interested kuandika constitutions za kampuni, the policies, the regulations. Hiyo ndio kenye anataka kufanya because ana feel much more drawn up. Sindio? Na kuna mtu mwingine mwenye ako much better at writing poems, ako much better at writing stories. Understand your field. Know where you belong and learn. Always learn with the one tip, with the one very important tip as a writer. Per week, always learn a few words. Always. Per week, learn a few words. You will learn the kind of vocabulary you'll have whenever you're writing. Number one, we need to know what tools and how to use the tools. So, if for example you're going to do academic writing, of late, watuambia mimi inatumia Edison. Of late kitu kampuni kama Edison ina require unatumia kitu kama Quillbot. No. So if I'm going to use Quillbot, najua Quillbot ni nini exactly. Ndio nisiende kujipata tunaenda kuangalia probably kitu kama AI na Quillbot because that won't be the best hata kama ni premium. But when it comes to grammar, Quillbot iko fiti. Mostly because they are passive and active tenses and stuff like that. Kuna tool kama grammar. Hii jalishi unafanya article writing, jalishi kama unafanya academic writing. with the Grammarly, it kind of makes your sentences make sense. It kind of removes like inapunguza ile kazi ndio unafaa kufanya whenever you're proofreading your work, from the wrong tenses that you've used to everything else. Grammarly will help you with that, okay? The second option hapo hivi ni kitu ingine I always urge every writer to use. Understand the power of using outlines. Because let me tell you Maina, ikifika the outlines utafurahia. Because an outline actually gives you the basic skeleton of what you're going to write about. It just gives you all the information that you think that you're going to follow through to say what you want to say. No? So, after you have finished basically your outline, you kama umeshamaliza 50% of your work. You don't even need to do a lot of research. You don't even need to think about what you're going to write. You don't. Ni kwenda tu sasa, like explain your ideas, explain kulingana na venye umeelewa. Toka mwanzo hadi mwisho. Understand the power of using outlines. Inakusaidia na quality, inakusaidia na flow, inakusaidia na relevancy. Don't forget, it's something very incredible if you try and use. Again, know your audience. Ini nilisema kutoka mwanzo, nikasema hadi mwisho. Okay, nikasema hadi mwisho. And what I found out is understanding who you are writing for helps with everything. Okay? So always know your audience, know what you need, know what they need and know how to deliver, okay? And then learn where to get credible information. Just say incredible, my guys, credible. Scientifically proven, true to the most. Yeah, that's the kind of credible information we need. And after you finish writing, always revise. Because revising means that una proofread. Hawezi kujua kenye umesema. Unajua akiandiki inakuwa tu kienda tu. So unaweza kufikiria probably kuna sentence yenye umefikiria umeangusha knowledge vizuri, wisdom pale hivyo. But tena unajua wewe hapo nao nilifahamu. Unaona? So always revise. So as we wind up guys, I'm going to tell you this. Whenever you're going to start out, iko kwa ni academic writing ama article writing. Sawa, kuna zile steps mimi nitakuacha. Of course, kitu ya kwanza, get the skills, get the expertise. Okay? You start with getting the relevant skills. Kitu ya pili, don't ever rush to when you're practicing your skills. Sawa, take your time, learn how to use those skills. So, practice, because after you kuja kupata the theoretical part yote, but if you can't handle and work it in paper whenever you're doing your writing, haitakusaidia because quality iko chini, relevance iko chini, client atapotea. You don't want that, okay? Have a plan on how you will get your clients. Also, jua kama unataka kutumia accounts, jua kama unataka social media, if you have direct clients and the rest, okay? So, know when you utakuja kupata your clients. Focus on quality. I can't stress this enough. As a writer, always focus on quality over quantity. Usiseme tutaandika 20 pages kama and then you know that utapatiana a very bad paper. Again, keep your clients, okay? And always read your work before submitting. So basically that's what I wanted to give you guys today, basically. And I can't forget to tell you guys, we have our online writing course here. Up with this palm. Any day, anytime you have a question, we also have a WhatsApp group. You can send your number to add before you get tips from time to time about online writing, about academic writing, about article writing. And you get access to all our numbers up here. So if you have any question, if you need any reassurance, whatever you need, you can just contact any one of us. Na trust you, tutakusaidia kabisa. Masi, any questions? Any more questions?
Naona kama watu wako satisfied. I think umeweka uoga kidogo. Kuna wenye naona wamepata uoga kidogo hapo kwa get account. They're asking, is it that hard to get an account?
Imagine it's not. Ni venye tu, again, miombe kila mtu hapo hivi. Ile ndio kila mtu kwa biashara, no? If you're not careful, kuna mtu mwenye atakupiga. No maana I always suggest, if you're going to get an account, go na msemo mwenyewe, unajua. And then Alex kulikuwa na ile kampuni. Nimesahau the name. And you used to, before you get an account, you go to them, they'll take your money, and then they'll release that money once they make sure that the credentials are safe, like you already have the account, and there's no scam that you may have. And you know, so if you understand things like that, utakapo realize like for you to get an account, it's not that big of an issue. You just need to make sure that at least otherwise show of yourself, be confident of the steps that you take. Okay?
So I think we'll close the live at this point. I hope you guys have. But thank you so much for taking us through the session. So you guys, I think hii ndio ilikuwa live ya kwanza ya online writing after quite a long time. So we'll be doing these lives. Is it every Wednesday? Every Wednesday we'll be doing these lives. So make sure to join the community group. I don't know, Mercy, is the link on the community on the? Oh, you remove the link on bio. See, the link on bio is very important because of that. So now, guys, if you want to join the free online writing group, please go to our website www.Brainswithconcepts. Then on that website, there are 2 resources that I would like you to check out. So basically, there is that service page here, online writing. It's gonna tell you what we offer in the online writing course and everything that is involved there. Then there is not the main website. The main website, not this one, not the e-learning portal, the main website. So once you go there, you'll find there is a link to the, of course, the e-learning platform, and again there is a link to the to the free community. So you can join the free community, and also there is a free mini course that is. Nimeona kuna mtu ameuliza hapo about notes. So kuna mtu ameuliza about notes na so. If you want to get not really the notes, but there is a free mini course that is delivered onto your email, like on a daily basis. So I think it's a 5-day e-learning course. So if you want to get the e-learning course, you can also put in your email address, then the email. Napata hiyo e-learning course itakuwa delivered onto your email for the next 5 days. So that is easy. Also, that e-course has the link to join the WhatsApp group. So services here. Come here to services, then you're gonna go to online writing training. So once it takes you to the online writing training, scroll down. So this is a service page that shows you everything. There is, please, panda kidogo.
Okay.
Apple. So you can click here, start the free, your free online writing mini course. So once you click here, it's gonna take you where to put your email. Shuka kidogo, then there is a link. Shuka tu. There is a link here which you can view the course, the paid one. That one you cannot access unless you are enrolled into the academy, and the training goes for 5,000. And this trainer takes you 3 to 5 days. Scroll down. Then if you want to join the class, there is a free community group. I think it's somewhere. But once you join the free learning course, there is also a link to join the community. It's a WhatsApp group or whatever. Is it a group or channel? So you can join there. So we'll be having more discussions, and every Wednesday we'll be here to do the free trainings to enlighten guys who want to join the online writing space and know about the online writing space. Because of time, I'm not gonna add any.